Hey, what's up, witches? It's me, Luna, and I am here in my blue starry robe because even though I'm shooting this on May 2nd, it's freaking freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth. At any rate, I'm here to do an unboxing, and we are doing an oracle deck today. It is the Messenger Oracle by Raven Phelan. This is the same author and artist of Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and there is another, I think it's called The Seeker. She has another oracle deck as well. Stunningly, incredibly beautiful artwork. I have to be honest with myself. I love the Dreams of Gaia deck, but I kind of struggle with it because it is a deck that you really do need to work with a lot and internalize its own system, because it is loosely structured on the tarot, but the major arcana is an entirely different system, and I do not spend the time to work with it. But every time I do, I love it. I love the artwork. I love the writing. So here we go. Messenger Oracle. This is by Blue Angel. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? Hold on. Why don't I think of these things before I hit the go button? Who knows? There, you can see there's a very subtle design, okay? 2021 is the copyright. Wait, Kalunk. Two-part box, nice and sturdy. And I love when you have a combination of shiny and matte. It just makes such a nice impression. And, oh, thank you, Blue Angel, for the sacred piece o' paper. I think I might go through all my Blue Angel decks and take out the sacred piece of paper and make a book or something, because I have a lot of them by now. All right, here's the book, not a giant book. We've got an introduction. New day dawns, be honest, be patient, be vigilant. So I'm assuming those are all about, yeah, we just dive right into the cards. So we do have an introduction, connecting, how to use your cards, the guide spread, the soul and shadow spread, the Gaia tree spread, reversed cards, and then ba-boom, we are into the cards. At the end, about the artist author. I don't think I've seen her before. Hello, Raven. As a child, Raven was told a career in art was an unattainable dream. Made vulnerable by mental illness, she believed this to be truth and laid down her brushes. For the next 14 years, she lived in a world of gray, empty of color, dreams, and goals, until she was officially diagnosed with depression and introduced to art as a form of emotional release and therapy. Thus, her dreams of color were rekindled. Some dreams are more than dreams, they are destiny, and Raven was fated to become an artist and share her message of magic, healing, and self-empowerment. However, destiny does not ensure an easy road. After several years as a commercial illustrator, Raven began to feel an emptiness once more. After much soul-searching, she realized her creativity was meant to have a more spiritual message. Dedicating herself to Great Spirit and Gaia, Raven turned her back on a career as a fantasy book cover artist and children's book illustrator, first to illustrate and then to write oracle and tarot cards, as well as journals and coloring books. Okay, so here we get to see how many the decks and things that she has. All right. Her titles, today Raven is an internationally recognized and best-selling creator. Her titles include Dreams of Magic, Messenger Oracle, Divinity Journal, The Dreamer's Story Tarot Journal, Dreams of Dragons and Dragonkin Coloring Book, Seek Writing and Creativity Journal, I Am Writing and Creativity Journal, Raven Phelan's Spirit Animal Coloring Book, and the award-winning Dreams of Gaia Tarot. So I think this other oracle that she has, I think it's called The Seeker again. It must be newer than this. I am Gaia, it says on the back here. I am the daughter of Great Spirit, who is the source of all. I am both magical and divine, as is all which I create. I am the Great Mother. I am your mother, and you, beautiful soul, are a physical manifestation of my love. The thing I love the most about her work is the color. It's just absolutely spectacular. Now you see the deck is quite a bit smaller than the box. Here are the backs. Just a beautiful graphic design. Muted colors. The cardstock seems kind of stiff, truthfully. The Dreams of Gaia is an exceptional deck in that the cards are very sturdy. They've got the plastic coating, but they are so bendable. It's a dream of Gaia to shuffle it. Dreams of Luna. Decks that are easy to shuffle. So we'll see how this one goes. It does seem like it's quite stiff. And did they say how many cards? They did not. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. The cards are not numbered. They are in alphabetical order, but okay, it starts on page 16, so 70, 54 cards, I think, should be the number. All right, here we go. A new day dawns, and we have this beautiful, colorful dragon, the spectrum. I have a thing about the spectrum. And when I see this kind of gradient and look at the intensity of light that's coming out of it, this is one of the things that fascinates me the most about artists, is that you can pull light out of something. And I know it's a matter of leaving white paper and, the color that you put around that white, but wow, beautiful. A new day dawns. So we can see the dawning, sunrise of a new day. Wow, these are stiff. Very thick. Okay. Be honest. Well, I just was. But look at is that light? Is that water? Look at the third eye open. The lotus, the imagery is just gorgeous. Be patient. Her dragons are ethereal, and she has a very detailed and subtle hand. Come on now, I'm going to fight you till you... There we go. Look how subtle. But then how bold the color is. Be vigilant. This is going to be a deck where I'm fussing because I'm going to think I have two cards all the time. Be without malice. Interesting that it's framed that way. And could you have framed it the other way? Be kind, be benevolent, but framing it this way, it really makes you key in on what's malicious and what's not. It makes you focus on the malice part to identify that. Very interesting. Interesting photo too. Okay. Yeah, you see, I keep thinking I'm picking up two. Become a shapeshifter. Now we see a really kind of anime look on that face. Calm in the storm. Oh. That image makes me immediately exhale and relax. Challenge your perception. So bright. And it looks like she's got a blindfold. Oh no, it's a mask. Yes, it's a mask. Small detail. I imagine these are huge paintings when she makes them. At least that they're very much bigger than these. Change is unavoidable. Ain't that the truth? Look at the moth and the dragonfly, and we have sun and moon. You have an egg and a skull, and summer leaves and fall leaves, and the green man in the middle. It's wonderful. Do not fear the unknown. Look at the antlers and those frosty eyes and these little bells and feathers. So interesting. Embrace spirit. Embrace the dark. I love that card. It me. In all my goth glory. Look at the black kitty. Yeah, I could get lost in this card for a little while with the moon and everything. I mean, I vibe with that hard. Embrace the feminine. Look at her. Isn't she amazing? I wonder And no, I'm sure not, because it would have been listed in the back of the book. I was thinking of the Oracle of the Dragon Fae and some images in that. Embrace the masculine. Green man. Focus and then act. I love the black and white nature of that. These are gorgeous. Follow the moon. Oof. I'm pushing myself not to just sit here and about every single one of these. Have courage. My Leo sun is warming right up to that image. Hear the ancient ones. I love just the way she depicts things, this flow coming out of the mouth. And there was that other card where it was coming out of the eyes as well. And look at the spiders. Heed the messengers. I love how each color, each palette is very different from the one before. Heed your dreams. Honor Gaia. Again, the pouring from the mouth. Know you belong. Oh, baby, look at the dragon kitty. Oh, my God. Look at his little beard. Which one is it again? Know you belong. Okay. Know your fears. Ooh, rawr. Just, Gordon, know your power. I love these images. I love these images that are just, light on a dark background. Painting with light. Let go of the old. So very attracted to these. Let two become one. Now that felt like two last. Okay. Let your emotions flow. And there we go again. Look at from the eyes and the mouth. Oh. I love it. Love that you are different. I do. I don't quite know how this little one's configured, though. We've got little wings and some ears, and we've got fur coming down into... Is this where the tail begins? It has to be. So it's like a sort of dragonfly rabbit dragon. Very cute. Love without condition. I love that she can, do this very sweet, soft, airy-fairy kind of thing, as well as the darker images. But even those have that softness, but they're very powerful. Like this, make the sacrifice. Need and necessity. Again, we've got this balanced image with the sun and moon. Look at the eagle up here. And here, look at the three-faced eagle crow thing. Wow. Nourish the soul. Oh. Nurture all you love. Observe in silence. Protect the wild and green. Respect your boundaries. Look at this palette for a dragon. It's like a pastel spectrum. Reveal your truth. Ooh. I like that too. See the signs. See the truth. See yourself in nature. What an adorable little fawn. Seek the lesson. Seek your answers within. Seek your destiny. share your thoughts. Now, I'm glad that these have very strong, understandable titles, because, you wouldn't get that from this image, but it doesn't matter. This is the message. This is the image that she's choosing to go with that message, and they're just gorgeous. Show that you care. Stay strong. Surrender to the flow. Oh. The source of all. The knot work. Time to ground. All the third eyes. I love them so. Time to reflect. Trust in magic. Oh, I mean, look at that. We go from here to here. Amazing. Wash away your burdens. We are all connected. Look at the creatures that are kind of inside the dragon's twines. I don't know. With love and kindness. And you were born to create. Okay, now the images are absolutely stunning. Now I'm interested in seeing the spreads that she gives here, and if we can find one that's going to show this deck off to its best potential. I think it's time that I really come up with some deck interview questions, don't you think? These are not going to shuffle easy. They're not going to slide against each other. They are that matte cardstock. So they're just not going to be easy. Because look at this. I'm trying to even fan them to hit them with some sage, and they're coming in chunks. And my sage is out. Ah! Now, by air and fire, may you be purified and charged. And by water and earth, may you be blessed and made whole. By the sound of the bell, maybe a little bit more, may the spirit awaken within you. Guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, thank you so much for being with me every day, and help me to connect with this worthy tool and to give messages that will be of use to my viewers. I offer you fresh water. I offer you the fire of Azrael. And here we go. So at the very least, these are going to have to get hit with some fanning powder. Fanning powder, Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology, I think that's the name of her channel, Denise, gave me that tip. Okay, not too bad. They are terribly stiff, but they're not chunking. You might be able to loosen them up over time. But she had a deck, and it was one of the rock pools that are so hard to fan, and she just went shoo. And I'm like, how do you do that? And she said it's the powder that magicians use so that their cards fan easily. It's a pain in the ass. Very fine white powder. You're not supposed to breathe it in, but just tiny, tiny bits, and you have to do each card front and back. But then the problem is gone. And I gotta say, as far as, that didn't work. As far as them, alternating and actually shuffling, it's not bad at all. You just can't do a bridge. Sad. That makes me sad because it's so much fun. I'm such a play baby. Hashtag autism. I'm sure my husband is downstairs sometimes hearing me up here just shuffling cards. This is all, I'm just shuffling cards. I'm going to split the deck and do it that way because I just want a good mix before I try to pull some. And one of the remedies to decks that are hard to riffle shuffle and hard to cut shuffle because they stick to each other, and hard to fan because they stick to each other, one of the good ways to get around that is just by a split and pick. So you shuffle the deck, you can cut shuffle, but then you just split the deck and take the card you split it on. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do. I can see they've got a little bow to them already, just from shuffling. So that is the peril of thick, cardboardy cardstock. They don't take a shuffle well, and they're going to stay bent. I managed to bend them back again, but I can get my hand around this way, but see, if you notice, they're just chunks. It's just chunks. It takes a lot to get them to separate. So I'm going to shuffle and like this, and let's take a look in the book at the spreads again, and then I will cut and get a question installed here. Soul and shadow spread. Once you've settled yourself and shuffled the cards, draw one, place it on the table or ground before you. Draw a second card and place it to the right. Draw a third, place it below the first two. The first is the shadow card, represents a facet of yourself that needs to be addressed. Reflect on the message. Okay. Card on the right is the soul card, represents a facet of yourself that is one of your strengths. So shadow needs to be addressed, one of your strengths. The final card is Let Two Be One card, and will present you with a course of action that may allow you to marry soul and shadow, so that wholeness and balance may be achieved. Let's do that one. Okay? And now I'm warming up because A, my charcoal is lit, B, time to read. Okay. So for the soul and shadow spread, let me cut for a while. Please give me a reading for the soul and shadow spread, things that need to be addressed, strengths, and the two become one. Give a message that will relate to the collective, that will be of benefit to anybody that's watching this. Okay, one more cut. They're telling me one more cut, and then I'm going to split. Okay, here's the shadow. I split and pull from the left. You do it your way, but decide which card you're taking, the left or the right. When I split it open, I want to see the card that's facing me. Okay. And the soul, ooh, this opened up first, so I'm taking you. And then we have you. I'm going to put you down. All right. So, just off the rip here, before we even read, we have calm in the storm, representing shadow. So that's saying something that needs to be addressed is how we handle tough times, how we handle the storm when it happens to hit our house. Let's look him up. So for each card, we only have one small paragraph, one card per page. I like an oracle that isn't heavy, isn't riding heavy. Okay. There are times when life offers us nothing but chaos and turmoil. Wave upon wave knocks us down, sometimes before we can regain our feet. Be still. Take a moment to breathe. Express your thoughts and feelings, and then do what you can to find a peaceful place of calm within you. If another is in need, offer them safe harbor. Be a port in their storm. Now, do you remember me saying, as soon as I saw this card, it made me go, I mean, look in this being's eyes, if you can. Let's get him closer. Right? So, something that needs to be addressed is our freak-out-ishness. You know, we tend to freak out. So I think one of the main messages here can be, yes, there sometimes are things that really will make you freak out, and it's warranted. But if we can maintain, you know, whatever the crisis is, if we can maintain our connection. You know, a freak out kind of feels to me like we've become untethered, like we've lost a connection. So, you know, one of the things that happens when the energy gets carried away with us, or we get carried away with the energy, is grounding. And I was happy to see that there's, pardon me, a grounding card in this deck. It was Seek Grounding, I think, because it certainly is a weakness of anyone to completely lose their stability and lose their tether to that stability when critical times arrive. And here's when we can address the fact that critical times will arrive for all of us. Yeah, that's the end of that sentence. Now, our strengths for the soul card here is a new day dawns. So there's our strength. This too shall pass. Today is a new day. With the dawn comes an opportunity to begin again or to embrace something new. Create what you wish to create. Become the person who you dream of being. Do not allow your doubts or fears to hold you back. For this day is bright with hope and good fortune. Go forth and greet it with a smile upon your lips and joy in your heart. Now, I have an envelope sitting somewhere near me here, because I can't remember what I was doing, and all of a sudden it's like, shit, I got information coming through. Grabbed an envelope and started scribbling things down. And it was about how we think about our perfect life and our dream life, and how we would love things to be. And we put that image in the future. My dream life, I'm going to get there to my dream life. And we forget to look at what we have now that can be a part of that dream life. Vice versa, how we can see what is in that dream life, that image of dream life that we carry, and ask ourselves, okay, maybe I'm not in that whole thing yet, but what parts of that dream life can I make happen now? How can I create, as many as possible of the elements of my dream life in my current reality? Or, another part is just recognize where I already have a lot of pieces of that dream life. So our strength, after we're freaking out in chaos, and we know critical times are still coming, or we're in them, and we're freaking out because times are bad right now, but our strength is to remind ourselves that time passes and a new day does dawn. And with every new day comes the possibility for greater integration of our life experiences, for greater peace, for greater connection. When we're not in times of crisis, then that's when we strengthen our tethering and our connection and our grounding skills, so that when crisis does come, we don't so easily come untethered. All right, let two be one is this third card, and that says, we'll present you with a course of action that may allow you to marry soul and shadow so that wholeness and balance may be achieved. Okay, course of action. See the truth. Ooh. How interesting. The course of action, a new day dawns isn't a course of action, neither is calm in the storm, kind of is. But what did we come up with? The course of action, a directive. See the truth. What's our course of action? Stop deluding ourselves. See the truth of the storm. Sometimes the freak out that we are having is because we're trying not to be in the storm that we are in fact in. And trying to get out of it is a freak out, So if you can see the truth of where you are and be in that truth, and a lot of this has to do with just coming to terms with the realities of life as they're happening to other people, and don't, fall into the delusion of none of that could ever happen in my life. I'm sure those people thought the same thing that just had a tornado, wipe their house off its foundation. So coming to terms with the whole wheel of life, with the upswing and with the downswing, with the creative and the destructive. And knowing that when we are in crisis and turmoil, even in the calm, there is a call to see the truth of our feelings too, to feel the feelings that we're having and understand that those feelings might be strong and powerful, but they don't have to make us come unglued or untethered. We can feel the full force of them and stay grounded if we know that that is also part of the wheel. Because sometimes the untethering and the freak out comes with the belief that something's terribly wrong, everything's wrong. But life and the course of life is not wrong. You know? So, yes, I had to offer some incense on that little lesson. All right, see the truth. And see, I love a deck that catalyzes. I love a deck that just, I get a message and then it starts flowing. So, ooh, I like this. I think I'm going to be using this deck a hell of a lot more than I use the Dreams of Gaia, but I'm sure they're going to be spectacular together. Okay, see the truth. Do not be deceived. Be watchful and mindful of the illusions others weave around themselves, and that you may weave around yourself. Know the night. That's what I was just talking about. Come into grips with the reality of life and what the possibilities are in that reality. Know the night. Understand the shadows. See through the darkness to the light of truth. Pay attention to contradictions. Notice when actions and words are not in harmony. Hone your intuition and insight so that you may know the minds and hearts of those around you and yourself, and trust in the wisdom born of that awareness. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Raven. This is an absolutely stunningly beautiful deck. And now I want the other one. Because I want to see how it's different. I picked this one because it was, if I remember correctly, because I looked at both of them. They were both on my wish list. And I think this one felt like the more earthy one. I'm going to look real quick here. Okay. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to be searching my Amazon wish list. And by the way, if you... Seeker Oracle. Yes, it is the Seeker Oracle. I'm taking a look. But if you go down below to the Amazon wish list and you purchase me a deck off of that list, you can put a little note in it when you get it from Amazon. And if you have a specific question, ask me. I will read for you on my unboxing. If you don't have a specific question, it's fine. I will do the general reading, but I will have specifically you in mind. Okay, so I'm looking at this one, and there's still, there's dragons, and there's little woodland critters, and okay, I think perhaps these oracles might just get put together when I get them both. Anyhow, what do you think, you guys? Let me know. It was great to have something, tarot unboxings are always long, because tarot decks are always big. 78 cards is a lot. But it's nice to go through a smaller deck. I wish the cardstock were a little friendlier, but that's Rockpool. Or not Rockpool, Blue Angel. That's Blue Angel's cardstock. So, but then again, the images, I can take my time to shuffle to get them mixed up sufficiently. And I can split and pick a card, and I can do all kinds of things to get around stiff cardstock if the images are wonderful and the writing is good, and they certainly are. So, Raven Phelan, thank you very much. If you guys like this, hit the like button. If you are not subscribed and you want to see more, first of all, search my channel. The unboxing playlist has well over 300 videos on it. I think my channel is now over 700. Anyway, but subscribe. And then if you did both of those, hit the bell so you know when I put videos out, because sometimes they're a little haphazard. But I try for at least one unboxing a week. I'm going to try to get back to Tarot on Monday, Oracle on Friday, live stream on Wednesdays in the middle. Until I see you the next time, hopefully on a live stream on a Wednesday. This is Luna. Blessed be.